If I had to construct a hero for the taste of today, I would definitely include magical aspects still, but try to keep my heroes more human-like. I feel like it really helps the audience relate to the plot and the morals of the story, even with the magical elements involved. And I would have my heroes' main values be like selflessness, kindness, and loyalty, because those are some of my three main values that I try to emphasize. So I would want to make that my heroes. And then I would discard any, not really like battle and war aspects in general, but just try to leave out the whole life or death scenarios in my hero's journey. And I would focus it more on like morals around how to treat others. That's just personally what I would want to do. And then for I chose two texts: the Cat and Mouse in Partnership, which is a fable, and then the Prince Who Feared Nothing, which is a myth. And in Cat and Mouse in Partnership, I feel that the cat shows values of companionship and love. And some examples that really emphasize that to me was when the cat literally said to them, when it said the cat said, he said so much to her about the great love and friendship that he felt for her, and that at last the mouse agreed that they should live and keep the house together. And I with the dimension between the cat and the mouse, I thought that for the cat to say that is just shows true companionship and love. Obviously, really loves the mouse, and then also when the mouse would stay inside and the cat was the one to travel outside the home, the cat feared that the mouse would run into danger, and that's to me true companionship. The cat can go outside and be safe and the mouse can't, but the mouse can stay inside and do certain things that the cat can't because the cat needs to go outside. And I feel like that's companionship and love. And then for the Prince Who Feared Nothing, I think the prince values fearlessness and then also love, because he had no fear of anything. So when the giant asked him to go get an apple from the tree of life, he was just completely not fazed of all the dangers and the journey he would have to go through to get to the apple. And fear seemed to be something that didn't really cross his mind. It was just, what's fear? And when the giant said to him, "You really believe it would be so easy? The garden in which the tree stands is surrounded by an iron railing, and in front of the railing lie wild beasts, each close to each other, and they keep watch and let no man go in." And all the prince said was, "They will be sure to let me in." So he's very confident, and fear just doesn't cross his mind. So that was a big example for me, because that would have scared me. And then for love, he falls in love with the maiden, and he even spends 3 nights being tormented by little devils for her. And he does this out of obviously fearlessness, but stemming from love. He does this for her because of the love he has for her. And then the difference between Grimm and Germanic epic, saga, and the heroes in both, I feel that Grimm heroes, they all have individual traits, but most of them their values are selflessness and kindness towards others and how to treat others. And the Grimm brothers heroes are often more childlike or children, and Hansel and Gretel, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, even though the dwarfs aren't they're just more childlike, I guess. And for Germanic epic saga heroes, they tend to depict more of an adult-like character who pursues deeds that are going to show their heroic traits, and the things they do as an adult show their values. And they all kind of I feel they're mainly warriors or battle and war associated type of journeys. And these heroes are often really worried about their duties and what they need to do and to keep everybody safe or to complete their mission. And these heroes value loyalty and bravery. And they're often I feel in a predicament where it's either life or death. They either have to do it and risk their life or give their life, or the world ends pretty much. And then I feel these values differ between the 12th century and the 19th century, or the Germanic and then the Grimm heroes. I feel the timing in different eras is why they differ. Grimm heroes are more childlike and Germanic heroes are more warrior-like, and the way of life was geared more towards battle and following the Germanic code in the 12th century, and then in the 19th century, the Grimm brothers, society wasn't really, it had evolved, and there was different emphasis in what people were thinking about and concerned about, I think. And I feel like the Grimm brothers displayed morals like regarding life in general, and they used more magical and mystical ways to go about this. But in the 12th century, it was more realistic battle epics and that were used to display the morals that the author wanted to. And then the value, do I think the values still hold true today as heroic? I would say the values of both the Germanic epics and sagas and Grimm heroes still hold true today as heroic, and I feel like they have continued to throughout the past. The protagonists, they still go through experience that can still be related to present day. You know, wars still occur, and many individuals still face some type of battle or even death every day, depending on what their life is like. And I feel like the values of Grimm heroes are still very applicable to society today. Both types of heroes and their situations that involve aspects that aren't relatable to our reality, but the underlying messages are. So even though we can't completely relate to all aspects of these stories, you can find things that do relate, or find things that have a message that relates to a situation that you go through. So that is really, I think that covered all of what I wanted to say for this post.